Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts. Well, hello, my children. Welcome to Film Junkee Live on Tuesday, May 10th. How's everybody doing out there? Hey! Everything sounding good? Everything good? I think we're good. All right, how's everybody doing out there? Good to see ya. Let's talk some movie nerdy shiza right now. All right, make sure you guys smash that like, thumbs up, do all that stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to join, become a member. We do a members-only post-show stream now on Wednesdays. So tomorrow we'll be doing that, private engagement with all that, It's pretty fun. And then, of course, the Patreon and everything is provided down below. Film Junkee Closet. Everything. What is happening? All right, we got Mr. Fear Jason right here. Anybody hum? Anybody hum? What? We got Mr. Goose Snack. That's Gooseneck right there. What's up, mother effers? Right there. Hi, Steph. How's it going? It's Nighthawk. Release the Andre cut. There's a new hashtag right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, and then, of course, we got, okay, you must be new here. Bringing back Themo Hawk. Sometimes I'm late. Fashionably. Okay? It happens. But I'm here. Let's talk some shit. All right, what's going on, Niner for Life? How you going? We got Zed right here. Oh, we got Captain Gator Girl. You are my favorite child, yes. The Film Junkee children, yes. Of the Film Junkee children, of course. Hi, yes, Space Newton. How you doing? Santa Bros report in. What's going on? Yes, we got Jesse. And we got Eric. Good to see you. Tyler also. We got Darlene. How you doing, darling? Yes, everything's good. All right. The music has now ceased. All right. To Mama Film Junkee here. How you doing, Mom? Love you. This is news to me. This project is related to... No. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. It's pretty cool. Give you a little... I'll give a little recap of this project right here that turned out exceptionally well after... Well, let's just face it. When this was being worked on last year, it saw some hardships. It saw some hardships. So I'll give you guys a little update who don't know. So who else is out there? Huh? Yeah, let's see. Of course, thank you. Thank you again, Nikki, for the $5 super chat. Of course, yes. I mean, if you want to, Jose, apparently you're always wanting to get banned. So I don't know. I just don't get it, Yeah, well, how's it going there, Miss Rosemary? Let's see. Am I missing? Okay. Saw somebody yell out Ray Porter like he was here, but Osmondius, I don't know. I thought he was here, and I was going to say hi, Ray, because, yeah, Ray had something new to talk about today. I need to get him back on the Vodka stream so we could talk about what he's been working on, man. He's been busy, a busy man. But when we get to the tweets, we'll see exactly one of the things that he revealed today, which was cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Favorite part of the day. That's what I like to hear right there. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Hello. Gunner's here. What? All right. Hi, Gunner. Yeah, if you're there too. All right. Let's see. I watched and upload. Yeah. Yeah. It excites you. Good. As it should. Oh, there you go. Sorry, Mr. Eric. How you doing, buddy? Sorry. There's so many. It was like going crazy right there for a minute. So I apologize if I missed anybody. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining in. We'll be talking about, of course, Vanimation films. Good to see you too. We'll be talking about, of course, here's the 4 subjects, the topics for today. Project Justice League premiered today. So we'll be kind of going through all that. It's not like we're just going to sit here and watch the thing, but at the same time, we'll go through it because very impressed by it for sure. And then, of course, we'll little update about this guy, or well, this person. Sorry, I'm canceled already. We're this many minutes in, and I'm already pronouns, man. Jesus. No, but we'll talk about Ezra Miller. and all that stuff yesterday, because obviously we knew that it was all BS, that whole little rumor about Dylan O'Brien and everything like that. We'll talk about Miss Scarlet Witch, Miss Wanda, right here, the actual Elizabeth Olsen, who has recently been talking about some stuff, talking about future things when it comes to the MCU. And then we'll talk about Warner Brothers Discovery, which I know that's just the WB logo, but I always love that WB logo. I don't know if they're not going to incorporate a D in there somewhere. That'd be interesting, but, I like the blue logo. But, yeah, apparently, according to a recent report, it's coming strong, man. That's for damn sure. So we'll do all that. All right, then. Let's get to the show started. Let's get to these tweets, huh? Let's get to the tweets and see what we're doing here. Okay, we're good. All right, here we are into the Twitter world. This tweet right here, a lot of people are tweeting out this photo right here, which looks like John Hammond. Looks like John Hammond from Jurassic Park on a subway. And when I just, a lot of people were putting their little captions, I just put that he is very tired and frustrated that, life found a way. So, you know how that happens. Jeez. Because life did find a way. Poor John Hammond. Hey, remember this? Oh, my God. Remember when nobody knew what the fuck was going on with this virus? Everybody thought they were going to turn into a zombie or something like that. There were people that were like, nah, it's just another flu. There were people that really thought it was the end of the world. And they literally they came up with this whole thing of like people hugging each other through like plastic. Yeah. I thought that was funny. I was like, man, that was a mad stage. That was crazy. Now, I don't blame everybody because, we didn't know what exactly this thing was. It was a little interesting at first, but it got pretty ridiculous, and that was one of the things. That's for damn sure. And hey, remember this right here? I think this is, I don't know if this is I think this might be old news, but at the same time, it just found it kind of funny. Marvel Facts talking about this. An Iron Man statue titled Man of Steel was erected in Italy to honor Tony Stark's death in the MCU. I'm pretty sure this is old news because I think I remember hearing about this because Endgame came out like 3 years ago or whatever the fuck. But the fact that they put an Iron Man statue and they called it Man of Steel. I mean, come on. What are you thinking here? Okay? We all know Man of Steel is Superman. Okay? And literally, iron is in the fucking name. You could have called it Man of Iron or Iron Man. Just say Iron Man. That's all you got to do. Holy crap. It's ridiculous. Seriously. What could he do? And then, hey, right here, look at this. Taika Waititi, he gives a review of his own film and says it's great. Taika Waititi's Thor: Love and Thunder is a fantastic film, according to writer-director Taika Waititi. All right, this is when, I respect, MCU, the direct, and DCU, the direct, but man, this is what happens when you're specifically just reporting news on one area of pop culture or movies or whatever, that they literally have to be like, hey, guess what? Taika Waititi, hey guys, I'm just letting you guys know right now, the Film Junkee Live, this Film Junkee Live is fantastic, okay? Somebody report that? Huh? Yeah, this Film Junkee Live is absolutely amazing. And that's coming from me, Dave the Film Junkie. Just saying. Report that shit. So I thought that was pretty funny. And speaking of Thor, Ragnarok. Not Ragnarok. Thank God it's not Ragnarok, but Thor: Love and Thunder. But here's a new shot of Thor right there. And to be honest, I do like this costume. I do really actually like this costume. I think it's pretty good. I like the fur on the cape. I like everything. It looks very Viking-like and everything. And I think it looks pretty great. But eventually, it's going to turn into this. Look at the colors. I'm a fan of blue, gold. I like that. But at the same time, I'm like, holy crap. But let's just face facts. When Thor is letting his woman dress him. That's what's happening, right? Jane, Thor, she's dressing him. That's what's happening. I mean, she looks great. The costumes are a little bit like, oh, okay. But I mean, obviously Natalie Portman's looking pretty great as the mighty Thor, the Lady Thor. And look at those guns, man. I mean, geez, she was pumping that iron. But yeah. Look at Jesse now. Like what he said. Natalie Portman can crush me. You want her to hit you with that hammer right there? But the costumes are a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, whatever, it's fine. From what I gather too, when it comes to Thor: Love and Thunder, is even Taika Waititi. We joke about that headline that MCU Direct said, but apparently Taika Waititi also said in like an interview that this one's a little bit more serious than Ragnarok, which I was going, okay, thank you. It's not going to be as... I think with Thor Ragnarok, they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do, and then they kind of went, all right, people really enjoyed that, but now we're going to have a Thor that really kind of gets deep into some things, and yes, it's still going to have the funny, zany, haha stuff, sure. But apparently, according to Waititi, he also said that they really go into, some character development, some character depth. Thor Ragnarok didn't have much of that. So, but new costumes, what can you do? Hey, they still look fantastic, right? Jace. Anyways, I still like this costume better, though. Just saying. All right. And then if you guys saw this, too, of course, Gotham Knights, we talked about it yesterday. Apparently, there was like a little pre-order to Gotham Knights right here, and you get the 233 Bat Cycle skin right there when it comes to this right here. So, obviously the gameplay is looking pretty awesome, and I'm tempted to be like, all right, I'm gonna get a console, but apparently it's not gonna be on like It's not gonna be on certain things like PS4. What's cracking? Oh, look at that. We got somebody right there. We got Aaron Bailey. Hey, he's an 11-month member right there. Well, thank you, sir. It's not coming to PS4 or Xbox One. Womp womp. What is that? Why is it not going to be doing that? Who knows? But apparently that's the case. So a lot of people were disappointed in the fact that it's not going to be on PS4 or Xbox One. It's like, all right. So what? We have to get a PS5? Aren't people still having struggles trying to get that after what, 2 years or whatever the hell, a year and a half? It's crazy, but it still looks cool. I'll say that. Anyways, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but obviously Black Bolt makes an appearance, and Mr. Olsen Mount. I don't know, I'm probably saying that wrong. But remember when he was, he played Black Bolt in that Inhumans TV series? Well, that thing was a piece of shit. Apparently, I didn't even watch it, but I heard it was very terrible. But apparently, he took the role pretty damn seriously. He really took the role seriously. Uh-oh, hear the noise. You shall twerk for us, Dave. Mark my words. 17 months, Mr. Jose. Thank you. Tip your hat. It says new member. I don't know why it says new member, but you're not a new member. You're just celebrating your anniversary. So happy anniversary, Jose. I don't know what 17 months is. Maybe it's I don't know if it's the twerking anniversary, but, if it is, then, I don't know. I don't know how to twerk. I probably hurt myself if I did that. So, but anyways, going back to this, he apparently created 50 pages of original sign language for his character, Black Bolt, to use, going so far as to ensure that his signs didn't overlap with ACL, and since BB is an alien. So, yeah, I don't, initials. But I thought that was kind of cool that they dug it like that. Jeez, talk about just members' anniversaries going on right now. Look at you. Jason McKenzie. There you go. And again, I don't know why the thing has to say new member, but it's, it's a member thing. But 16 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's what health insurance is for. Thank you. Right? Oh, wait. Oh, my God. What is next? And now we got 17 months for Eric right here. We're just selling all kinds of anniversaries going on right now. That's cool. Here's a pretty cool shot from Gotham Knights of Red Hood and Nightwing right there. I like it. I like it. And then, of course, yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Oh, here we go. Another one. Jacob. Yeah. 16 months for Jacob. Yeah. You guys are just going crazy with this whole, like, membership thing right here. I need to save that one for later. Yeah. Anyways, of course, we'll be talking about that. Hey, when it came to Wordle today, guess what? I got it in 3 tries. Very proud of myself for only having 2 letters and figured it out. That's right. That's right. It's okay, Mr. Bailey. It's okay. I know. All of a sudden, everybody's like, hey, look at me. I know. Always you starting shit, right, Bailey? Always you starting shit, when it's on Twitter, doing your Photoshops and everything. It hasn't shown up yet because for some reason I haven't adjusted the whole Super Chat part of that. There it is. There it is. Waiting for that noise right there. It showed up. Thank you for the $2 Super Chat, sir. Awesome. Yeah, I know. It's all right. It's all right. Still love you, man. Still love you. And I thought this was pretty cool right here. A face-off, imagine face-off back in what, like the 70s or whatever, with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, because they look pretty similar. Can you imagine that? That would have been something pretty amazing. Yeah, good stuff. And hey, a draft of the script by Lindsay Beer. That is a cool name. There's a writer. There's going to be, live action. Put quotes up. Live action Bambi. It's not going to really be live action. It's all going to be CGI like The Lion King. Yes, The Jungle Book, also, most of the characters were CGI, but at least they had some live characters. And the main character, of course, Mowgli, was live action. So at least we had somewhat live action, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. I thought Favreau did a great job. But when it came to Lion King, was not impressed, and nobody ever fucking talks about Lion King anymore. But apparently, yes, the script from Lindsay Beer, is going to be has been turned in. But I just love the fact that they use live action. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's just going to be CGI, but whatever. It's fine. They'll get like a star-studded cast, and it'll probably be forgettable, just like The Lion King. That's pretty cool art right there from Mr. Bill. I can't say his last name. Mr. Bill right there. Making some cool Batman art. I like that. It's good stuff. We'll be talking about that, of course. And then look at this, guys. Ian McKellen on Facebook. I mean, obviously we know that, if things were the way that they were supposed to be when it came to the movies, if Marvel didn't sell off the rights to their certain characters to the different studios, we would have maybe something like this, and maybe eventually we will. I don't know if it'll be Ian McKellen. Maybe it'll be Fassbender, because we're all kind of wondering about that. But we all know that Magneto, his daughter, son and daughter, of course, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, they're supposed to be mutants, but of course in the MCU, we don't really talk. The M word has not been talked about really yet. The M word has not been referenced, I guess. But Ian McKellen, I love the fact that he said this right here. If I had a daughter, I'd hope she'd be like Elizabeth. A treat to be her daddy. I mean, the fact that he used daddy is a little interesting. I mean, it was kind of, but at the same time, obviously, if you know Ian McKellen, it's perfectly fine, but it just was kind of funny that he used daddy. Other individuals like Fassbender would probably have to say, I'd be honored to be her father. Daddy probably wouldn't work with Fassbender. Let's just face facts. Yeah. But maybe in a future movie, there'll be something when it comes to that. So yeah, that was funny. Thought this was funny too. This dog looks scared, but hey, sometimes dogs have to dress up for Halloween too. Yeah. And, of course, this is reference to John Carpenter's The Thing. But that dog looks pretty frightened. We got a new still from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just Obi-Wan just chilling in a cave with a blanket and some pillows. That's right. Barefoot. So, anybody Anybody likes feet? There's Obi-Wan Kenobi's feet, if you like that. Something tells me that, I don't know, it doesn't look like that's comfortable, but hey, Jedi can sleep anywhere, right? That's right. And breaking, guys, breaking. Everybody who survived the last Scream is returning for the next Scream. Wow. Crazy, right? So, the characters that survived being stabbed and killed in the last one and were relieved that, it's finally over. Well, guess what? It's never over because there's always going to be some 20-something-year-old disgruntled person who has watched way too many fucking movies that are just going to start stabbing again. And I'm telling you, when it comes to Sydney and Gale, they just need to just not show up and just call the cops and be like, hey, some fucking young fuck who's stabbing people, possibly wearing body armor, by the way. So, can you just take care of it? Can you just take care of it? Just do that. I mean, I'm over the whole, I'm over the Scream frame. I watched the last Scream and I get, Scream enthusiasts. Yeah, sure. I mean, it wasn't like terrible, but at the same time, it's just like, how many times are we going to fucking do this? Thank you, DJ, for the $2 one. Obi-Wan on one. There you go. Like that. But yeah, this was like breaking news. The people who survived the last Scream, they're going to show up in this Scream. My God, that's crazy. It's like, yeah, we understood that. We understood that. So, man. But yeah, there's talking about how Love and Thunder is not going to be as crazy as the first one. Happy anniversary to Twister that came out in 1996. Man, 1996 was a golden blockbuster age of movies, man. May Bill Paxton rest in peace. I fucking love this movie. I remember seeing it in the movie theaters, and I fucking watched it like crazy on VHS. That's right, VHS. But it came out 26 years ago. May he rest in peace, too. It's just so much good that was in this movie. So great. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Sorry, his name. I was like, what? Yeah, I always forget that Philip Seymour Hoffman was actually in this movie too, and he was fantastic. So, love that movie. Absolutely love that movie. David Cronenberg. So we know that his movie Crimes of the Future is going to be showing up at the Cannes Film Festival. He expects walkouts within the first 5 minutes. Now, if you've watched the trailer for this movie, you understand. Watch the Red Band trailer. Watch the Red Band trailer, and you will understand why he's saying this. Because I mean, I watched it and I was going, what the. We all know that Cronenberg, he loves the body horror, which that's fine, but there's a lot of there's stabbing and cutting and just watch the trailer and you'll understand why. But man, jeez, the Cronenberg and his body horror stuff, man, I tell you what. So yeah, I felt like Joey right here, just like just squirmish, a little squirmish right there. And guys, it's gonna be okay. El Muerto is going to be fine because according to the star, Bad Bunny, which I still don't know who the fuck Bad Bunny is because I'm out of the loop of everything because I'm a cranky old man. He promises this Spider-Man spinoff will be epic, okay? So just calm down. I'm relieved now. Now I'm going, okay, if a guy named Bad Bunny, who's going to be playing the role, he's telling us that it's going to be epic. I promise you. We can all sigh in relief that El Muerto is going to be epic, okay? Yeah, I'm just full of confidence now. Absolute confidence that this movie is going to be just fantastic. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up from Keanu Reeves. My God. And then look at this, guys. Where are we? Are we back in the early 2000s? Because the Obi-Wan Kenobi press tour has begun And now we have Ewan McGregor
Come on.
showing up. And there's Mr. Hayden Christensen. Look at him. Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then look at his jacket. Look at his jacket. Oh, you know, yeah, they definitely did this on purpose. Look at the pattern in his jacket and then look at Darth Vader. I mean, come on. He's essentially wearing a Darth Vader jacket. That's beautiful. That's perfect. Come on. That was absolutely like, yeah, do that shit. Come on. Yeah, they definitely did that. They definitely did that on purpose. Good on them. They should. Top Gun Maverick. It's got a bunch of character posters showing the call signs of all the different characters. Hangman, Rooster. I love the fact that Goose's son is Rooster. I still don't understand why he has a mustache, but whatever. Phoenix, Payback. That's an interesting call sign right there. Fanboy is a call sign. That's cool. Coyote, Bob. And then you got Cyclone. Wonder why they call him Cyclone. It's interesting. But yeah, character posters with call signs. Everybody keeps raving about Top Gun Maverick. I cannot wait. Buddy system. Hey, if you get drunk at a club, buddy system right there. That's right. And then this is kind of sad, but UFO sightings between 1906 to 2014, as you can see, America, fuck yeah. That's right. Apparently, us Americans see UFOs a ton more than the rest of the world. So either the aliens have picked our country as an experiment, or we're just all batshit crazy and stupid. That's it. And then you have a third option of, well, there's a lot of like, Area 51 testing out crazy stuff and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's a map of UFO sightings, and yeah, we've seen a lot. Proud to be an American. Here's another image from The Boys, Season 3. Diabolical. Love it. And then, hey, guys, today has been an interesting day because apparently the trending topics today were Hillary Duff naked and Britney Spears naked. Yes. I mean, Britney Spears, she's, doing her thing on Instagram. It's not the first time she just posts selfies that, that are very much nakedness, but covering the bits. But Hillary Duff on the cover of Women's Health, full on. Woo, look at that. I don't know how much. I should probably not show too much of that on here, but I don't think it's fine. It's suggestive. It's a side view, but hey, there you go. Hillary Duff. Apparently she, apparently when it comes to Hillary Duff, it's talking about how she's had issues with her body, and it's like, I don't think she has to have issues with her body. It looks pretty damn good. But then again, everybody does. Everybody does, right? So it doesn't matter how much it is, but yes, good job for Hillary Duff right there. Just letting it all out. But of course, it's not all full-on nudity. It's all side profiles and everything like that. But, tasteful. That's what you call it. So good on her. Hillary Buff. There you go. And Steph with the rim shot. Rim job. Rim shot! No, that was a Nice Guys reference, if you guys caught that one. Anyways, Ray Porter posting that he read this book right here, Cajun the Damned by Jonathan Maberry, right there. Yeah, he read this, and of course, I can listen to anything that man reads, man. I tell you what. And then when it comes to Ray Porter. Look at this. He revealed this. He's going to be playing Brutus in Naomi. Look at this right here. He just revealed it. Season finale, 8 p.m. Eastern right now. So it's already shown right here. But look at this. Mr. Ray Porter shows up in Naomi.
There's a certain beauty in death.
You gotta love it. There's the man. There he is.
Most are too afraid to see it.
So good on Ray, man. Good on Ray. And I love the fact that he posted this too. Obviously being the voice of Darkseid in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And now DC was like, hey, come on back, play another character. So, I love Ray. Ray Porter's great. You know, he's just like, he's just one of the, you know, just nicest guys in the world. I definitely want to get him back on the stream soon so I could talk about, like, the stuff that he has been working on. Yeah, it's been great. So proud of Ray. Absolutely proud of Ray. So, okay. So there was that. Thought this was pretty funny right here. Civil War, Hell on Earth. Wouldn't this be an epic movie right here? You have all the dead type people, all the slasher guys versus all the alien and robot type people. That's a cool, and I love this. It's a James Wan film. If anybody can do it, James Wan can. That's from crack.com, by the way. I just thought that was a really cool poster. We got Ruby AO recreates something new when it comes to Black Adam, referencing, of course, the picture that we saw Dwayne Johnson post. And, of course, we'll be talking about that. Chad Stahelski says that the main goal in John Wick Chapter 4, we keep finding new and interesting ways to have John Wick suffer. Man, I tell you what, when it comes to John Wick, I mean, Keanu Reeves is such a badass, but the fact that they have to, like, keep on finding ways for John Wick to suffer, it's like, and Keanu Reeves is like an absolute treasure, one of the nicest guys in the world. It's just crazy that he's playing this character, but hey, you know, it's part of the gig, I guess, right? Part of the gig. And then, yes, it finally happened today, guys. Finally happened. James Hong got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I believe he's, 92 years old? Still kicking, still upright, still dressing like a beast. And Jamie Lee Curtis. I love it that Jamie Lee Curtis has a potty mouth because she just flat out says it right here.
To hear very little more else from me except you heard me swear. I'm sorry if there are children present, but it's about fucking time that we are here honoring James Hong with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
There it is.
God bless you. God bless you all.
That's pretty awesome right there. And I love that. I love that Jamie Lee Curtis is just like got to do the introduction right there. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, meet Clea. It's finally revealed right there. I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but yes, there's, the character that's within the Doctor Strange world called Clea that is not exactly a good girl, I guess. And, so it was revealed, obviously, in the mid-credit scene, and, here's Charlize Theron kind of showing the makeup job right there, and yes, there she is, looking beautiful and everything like that. And there's also a still right there. So, yeah, there they are. But, of course, if you saw the scene, you know that there should be like an eye right between Doctor Strange's other two eyes. So, our introduction to Clea. And, yes, now Charlize Theron is in the MCU. I know a lot of people wanted her to play Cersei in Wonder Woman 3. She was fan casting there. I guess that's not going to happen now. But, hey, why not? I mean, at least they match. I mean, talk about, couples, man. I mean, look at this. Dress alike. I mean, go back and forth. It's like they're looking at each other, guys. It's like they're looking at each other. Maybe they are. I don't know. But, yeah, it's cool. She finally, it was revealed. So, and she looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then look at this. Some weird Morbius news from DR Movie News right here. In the, and I agree, the stupid mid-credit scene of Morbius, Vulture flies up to Morbius, thanks him for meeting with him, and says it has something to do with Spider-Man. The Spider-Man line has inexplicably been removed from every single print at all of my local theaters. Now, obviously I'm not going to research this by going and paying for a ticket to see Morbius again, but apparently something got changed, so it's going to be interesting when it comes out on demand or video streaming. Did they remove the line? Did Kevin Feige go, all right, fucking shit, and call up Amy Pascal and be like, what was that? What was that? I thought we agreed on, him showing up and just saying, hey, Doc, and blah, blah, blah. You went and reshot this whole scene that didn't make any fucking sense. What the shit? I'm just kind of wondering if that was the case. Kind of wondering. But just, for the people that are praising Morbius for probably, I get it. If you liked it, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. But I see some people praising it for other reasons, biased reasons. And I'm just kind of going, this movie is a mess. It's an absolute mess. People that are calling Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness a mess, I don't really understand that. But when they're not referring to Morbius as a mess, come on, man. Thing is a fucking mess. Oh, look at that. Okay, Jose, Mattia, just yeah. Please. If I don't see, that's where, I hope you're joking, Mattia. I really do. Because, wow. If you thought Morbius was better than the Batman, I'm going to chalk that up for biasy right there. Because, not my bad. Oh, there you go. There you go. The moderators totally. I was kidding, but yeah, put him in a timeout because no fucking way. No way. There's just no way. Oh, that's funny, but it's like, really? No, my God. No. But anyways, guys, it's just like this movie is a complete freaking mess when it comes to everything. And now I'm just wondering if like Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige really just called up and said, hey, what the fuck were you doing? What were you thinking when it came to this? I don't know. This is pretty weird right here. I don't know if this is true. Apparently this guy, okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but apparently this dude's girlfriend started an OnlyFans 2 months ago and nobody was subscribing to her OnlyFans. So then the boyfriend decided to be like, okay, well, I'm going to make her feel better. I'm going to create all these alternate accounts that are me and subscribe to her to make her feel better. And then apparently with one of the accounts, she started direct messaging that account and even hinting that she wanted to meet this person, which he just used some good-looking dude in the profile. Yeah, talk about a fucking, this is a movie right here, or this is like something right here. Yeah, I just thought, that is crazy. Who knows if it's true, but the premise, wow. The guy was really just trying to make his girlfriend feel better, and then she was straight up going, I would, straight up meet with you. Oh my God. And like, woof. Yeah, time to run away from that, if that's the case. And then right here, the MCU Direct, hey, they could be good at some things, but apparently, according to Michael Waldron, which we talked about him yesterday when it came to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and when he talked about how the fact that, yes, he did consider Tom Cruise being Iron Man, showing up as Superior Iron Man, because why not? But apparently, they also considered Namor to be in the Multiverse of Madness too. So let's open up and see his quote right here. Apparently, though, the rumor is that Namor, is going to be introduced in Black Panther 2, which is going to be very interesting. But he says, well, we talked about him because he's certainly an original member of the Illuminati, but I think Marvel has other plans for him in the MCU, and so he didn't make his way in this particular movie. That's kind of a combination of putting forth, well, what if we did this, but also Kevin's as excited about this stuff as we are, so sometimes those ideas are coming from Kevin saying, well, what if we go so-and-so? What if we go with so-and-so? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make the call so he's as excited about all this stuff as any of us. It's a big geeky team effort to see what we can assemble for the team, so there you go. Namor almost in it, but I think, yeah, he's going to be showing up in Black Panther 2. So that's going to be pretty cool. I think, get that character in there. Everybody's been talking about him for a while. Marvel's Aquaman, essentially. And then Kate Porn from Dark Knight. Love that. Some people are debating on whether this is CGI or not. When it comes to this shot in the Avatar trailer, I think a lot of it's supposed to be CGI. I thought it was all supposed to be CGI. But no matter what, this shot is absolutely gorgeous. It's something very subtle, But at the same time, people are kind of arguing, is this like CGI? Is it actual not? I don't know. Whatever it is, James Cameron made it look good. Just that one little second of a shot right there. That's right. And then, of course, we have Dave Bautista says goodbye to Drax. Haven't found the words yet. It ended so suddenly, and I was on to my next film before I could process it all. End of a journey that changed my life. Guardians of the Galaxy, blah, blah, blah. So good on James, or good on, not James Gunn, good on Dave Bautista right there. So like it. Like it a lot. He's a happy man. I mean, talk about just like, I mean, that guy, I think that guy, when it comes to wrestlers converting into actors, I think Batista really is trying to challenge himself with his acting chops. You know? I mean, Dwayne Johnson definitely is he's the big name. He's the big name when it comes to all that, but he's the big movie star, and John Cena is becoming the big movie star too, but I think Dave Bautista is going like, hey, well, I will actually want to like have roles that challenge my acting abilities, and he's improved. He's definitely improved throughout, so hopefully, we'll see what else that Dave Bautista has to give us. Anyways, all right, let's talk about Project Justice League. I got everything mixed up here. What am I doing? Nope. I got everything mixed up. That's what. All right, so there we go. All right, Project Justice League from the four nerds from Nicotina. I think you were in the chat, Andre. I mean, a little background to this. There was a project that started last year, and certain individual kind of took over it, which an individual that I was not, I didn't really like too much, and we all know who I'm talking about. We don't need to name any names or anything, so. And we kind of, some of us just kind of saw what was happening there, and it kind of looked like this person was really just trying to take over somebody else's idea, and that's pretty much what they were doing. And luckily now it was exposed that that person was a fraud and a con and everything like that, and that person is no longer around, and now Andre and his group of people decided to be like, hey, we're going to carry on. We're really going to do this thing. And they have now done this thing. And I will say this, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed, I saw the little clips and everything, and good job. Good job, Andre. Excellent job. Great work. Great job to Ryan, of course, who did a lot of the illustrations, and everybody did the illustrations, the voiceover work, the music, incorporating the music. It's really, really well done. And we'll watch a little bit here. But of course, I'm going to keep the sound down. But I mean, I love the fact that, obviously the first thing that the reason why we're doing this, because there obviously is donations, which it's reached over, for AFSP, it's reached over $1,000 right now. So good on everybody who's donated. If you can donate, please do yourself a favor and do that. But yeah, this is on the Four Nerds Network right here. And
acting during a natural disaster, working as the efficient, powerful team they become. Weeks after JO1, they act together, they save lives. But they're refugees, so political tension is high. The world is on edge. In the aftermath, the Justice League regroup at the only headquarters they know, the Batcave. Wonder Woman relates to Arthur.
Very good narration, I will say. Chose a good voice to that. Yeah, that's right. Geraldo Cortez. That's right. Geraldo Cortez. He does the narration. Does a fantastic
lives to mend old wounds, except for Batman, who's dealing with fresh ones, left alone in the cave.
Look at that transition right there with the background. Just absolutely great. And of course, you get to
Bruce
see stuff
secretly
like here.
meets with Lois, both of them still searching for Lex Luthor. There's tension between them since Superman has returned.
I love this shot.
The meeting ends after Lois tells Bruce that Superman needs her
Batman
more
right
than
there,
ever.
sorry. Batman
Bruce
right there with
knows
the Robin
Lois is
costume in the
hiding
background.
something else.
Freaking awesome. Absolutely like that. And of course, it's all in parts.
Meanwhile, deep in the Brazilian jungle, Lex locates Dr. Maru.
And whoever does Lex Luthor's voice, holy shit. Good on them. Nailed it. Nailed it absolutely. Probably, all the voices sound good, but Lex Luthor's voice sounds
Like an obsessed
so
stalker,
great.
Maru has
Spot
spent
on.
decades collecting information and artifacts on Diana and the Amazons. Now that Diana has become known to the world, Lex offers Maru a chance at revenge. The same revenge he wants on Diana's friends, Superman and Batman. Maru accepts. Lex smiles.
You're right here.
Let it begin.
Yeah.
In,
Hear a little bit more
in
later.
Iron Heights Penitentiary, Lex finds Len Snart, where he was left in the Flash, and offers Len a chance.
Any attempts to catch
Right
the
here.
fastest man alive has been nothing but a cold pursuit.
It's great.
This is where my associate may be able to help. Perhaps we could catch two birds.
Let's get started.
Yeah, it's great. Lex Luthor voice. Spot on. Really like it. Look at that Legion of Doom right there. Man. And then, of course, you know, you got storyboard all throughout this whole thing.
Here.
Of course, reading
It
off
won't
the,
hurt
the
you,
sections
he says.
of the whiteboards.
At the Louvre in Paris,
It's just very well written, too, by the way. Very well written when it comes to that. That's right. That's Mr. Cortez right there, DJ. And then you got the Riddler right
awake
here.
for days,
Ah.
maybe weeks. Riddler has a long, unkept beard, his fingers dirty, his
effects.
rantings
The
written
effects.
across the walls of his cabin.
Sure.
He looks at Batman, a man possessed.
Luthor asked the question. I had to know the answer.
Lois is
All
also
that
on Luthor's
anti-life
trail.
equation, 'cause
She's
remember,
located Dr. Maru's lair in the
this
Brazilian
version
jungle.
right here,
Lois writes everything in a
Riddler
journal,
solves the
keeping it
anti-life equation,
offline
the
and
ultimate
private.
riddle,
She
right?
grows pale as she realizes who Maru is and what
I mean, look at that. I mean, come on. Legion of Doom. I mean, that's
trail. She's located
love-
Dr. Maru's
again, I
lair in the
love
Brazilian
the
jungle.
depth
Lois writes everything in a journal,
of this.
keeping it
Got a
offline
very, you
and
know,
private.
Legion
She
of
grows
Doom
pale.
looking, right there. So, like that. And just kind of going through. And then there's like a certain thing, too, that I
There
was
is
like,
no
holy
wall of
shit,
glass.
even thinking about it. Like, because I forgot about, I mean,
Erupts
obviously
in
we
front.
read the whiteboards, you know, when they were released over a year ago, but you just kind of forget about certain points of the story.
Superman
And you got Superman joining and punching. You got some Superman punching Darkseid.
arrives and a battle with Darkseid erupts. But Darkseid booms to Lois and the Batcave collapsing around her and Batman at his arrival. Bruce looks down at Darkseid
Wait.
and Lois from behind the glass wall above.
got
Darkseid
that cape
stares at
wiggle right
Lois.
there, man.
Bruce is overwhelmed. What can he do? Superman flies at incredible speed to Gotham. He arrives just in time to see Darkseid unleashing his Omega beams from his eyes, turning Lois into ash. Superman cries
I love that. I love the echo of the no right there, too. Great. Great use of that. Great use of that. No, Lois, no.
out.
Ugh. Poor
His
Lois.
soul shadow attack.
Can't catch a break, can she? Can't catch a break.
Horror as Darkseid takes
Of course,
full
yes.
control of
I mean,
Superman.
obviously, this is kind of, you know,
Superman
referencing what we
turns
off
on
the
Batman and he barely
song.
escapes.
And becoming evil. Evil. Then, of course, we know this part right here, 5 years later. This was the
Sand
storyboard that
dunes, smoldering
leaked out.
solar pits, Gothic left of Cyborg behind him. Bruce looks up to the sky, grimly.
We need to get inside before night. He's coming.
There we go. Andre Fernandez right there, man. So Geraldo Ortiz. Richard Citrone supplied his voice in that. Scott Fowler. Yeah, so there's all the credits right there. But yeah, very well done, man. Very well done. Really good stuff. Dave Avery was part of it. Wonder Meg right there was part of it. Allie Brooks. Man, that thing always pops up. We got Dawson right there, part of the Four Nerds. And ACS also. Tell you what. So good job. Good freaking job. But yeah, I'm just glad that it actually turned out pretty well. And that's only part one. That's only part one. You know, we got to remember that it ends part one 5 years later, and we see all that stuff. That was the storyboard that leaked out at first, which it didn't leak out. Somebody actually, you know, screenshotted it. And yeah, we all know that story. We don't have to go back to that because that still pisses me off. Anyways, but there you go, man. All I got to say is good job. And then also at the very end, I love the fact that there's various art. I should have showed this, but there's various art shown, you know, from different artists doing their thing. I think some Aaron Bailey art was also in there too. Stuff like that. Let's see, where's Aaron's stuff? I don't know. There we go. Aaron Bailey right there doing some art right there. So I like the fact that, you know, other artists supplied some images for it and you put it at the very end. I dig it. I mean, stuff like that. Look at that. Beautiful. And then, of course, it ends with, oh, that right there. A little motion right there. And, of course, Project Justice League Part 2, 2022. So there you go. Sorry, almost forgot about the ending there. So good job. Good job. Yeah. We're not going to have that argument. We're not going to have that argument. Mask of Shy was also in the montage. Oh, yeah, Mask of Shy, which, of course, he did that right back there. You know, he did my little drawing right there. So Mask of Shy, Mr. Alessandro, also supplying some art right there. So, yeah, but fantastic job, really, honestly. Good job. Really good job. And, you know, I mean, I might as well just reveal it, but, you know, Andre, Ryan, and you know, some of those guys are going to be on the Vodka stream on Friday, and we're going to talk about all of this and putting it together and everything like that. So, yeah, not going to keep that a secret, but we already talked about it, and, like, yeah, so those guys will be on the Vodka stream, and we'll talk about this. We'll break it down. We'll break it down a little bit more with the creators and all that stuff. So there's Project Justice League. Looking forward to seeing Project Justice League 2. Turned out just very, very well. Like I wasn't sure what I was expecting after, you know, what happened with everything, and really turned out very well. And I'm telling you, Mr. Cortez has just a perfect voice for the narration right there. I mean, holy Lord. So anyways, congrats, guys. Congrats. And like I said, everybody, I think, let's see. Let me refresh it and see where we're at with the donations. $1,053 right now. So it's all going to AFSP, guys. So if you can donate, do so. Please do so. It's good stuff. All right. Let's go on to the next subject. We'll talk about it more, of course, on the Vodka stream this Friday. All right. Where am I at? All right. Update on Mr. Ezra Miller as the Flash. Okay. Yeah, obviously yesterday we talked about that whole rumor that Screen Geek put out there that said, oh yeah, that's right, they're looking at Dylan O'Brien, which doesn't even make sense, especially when, like, there were sources and rumors saying that Dylan O'Brien's going to play Nightwing. Now he's going to play the Flash. Did it make sense? And, you know, talking about it yesterday, I was like, no, it's not going to happen. There's just no way, because it wouldn't make sense, first off. And, I mean, talk about some backlash that would come from that, because God knows, I mean, obviously Ezra's dealing with some stuff. But there's been some updates, okay? There's been some updates, yes. One of them is from... Yeah, I get that, and I know some people don't like that, but at the same time, yeah, we're going to... let's kind of go through this. Let me see. Let me pull up what Grace said first, okay? I got to find it first, sorry. But she kind of chimed in on this whole thing. I think she kind of chimed in when it came to the Flash movie news, talking about it. If I could find it here. Man, when the hell did she frickin' tweet this out? There it is. All right, so here we go right here. This is what Grace had to say. So obviously this is right here when it came to Flash film news, and I've told you guys some certain things too, but not revealing too much. Rumors of The Flash being recast by Dylan O'Brien are totally false. Ezra and WB are still in comfortable communication. WB is aware of Ezra's side of the story, which will put the situation in a new light when revealed. Ezra is also receiving counseling and seems to be doing better. That's right. And to follow up the tweet, we have been in direct communication with Ezra's team for the past couple of weeks. And I can verify this too, because I've seen the screenshots, okay? I'm not going to, they're in contact, so when they reveal the information, I'll talk about it. It's not for me to talk about right now, but I'm just saying things on Ezra's side is going to be coming out that'll help with the situation. And the fact that he is receiving counseling, that's a good thing. Hopefully that can slow down some things, because obviously Ezra is not, not in the clear. It's not like we're just saying that Ezra is, it's fine. See, it's all false. No, it's just shit's gone down, and at least it sounds like Ezra's getting some help. Okay? And Miss Grace right here said, this is true. WB and Ezra have started talking since he recently left Hawaii. How dare you? You pronouns. Oh, damn. Also, there haven't been any new test screenings of the film, and the last one actually scored very well. So, remember, who remembers? I'm glad that not a lot of people are paying attention to this person anymore, but remember NFT Scooper? A lot of people are paying attention to NFT Scooper. Well, NFT Scooper tweeted out today that, yes, there was another test screening that happened recently, and apparently that version tested a little more poorly than the original test screening, which actually tested positively. And but this NFT Scooper said the flush. They call it the flush, which you kind of go, okay, if you're going to scoop things, I don't need you to have a bias. Okay, if you're going to call it a flush, like the children call the flush, the children, the loud side of the fandom that call it the flush, which it's just, I cringe every time I see that. If you're going to call it that and be a scooper, well, I can't really, I'm not going to trust things that you're going to say then, because it doesn't make sense that it's like, all right, and even if it did test poorly, if they were to do a screening and test it poorly, that's why they do test screenings. Go, okay, we shouldn't go with this version, let's stick to the original. But from what we've gathered here is the fact that there was not a new test screening. Not yet. I'm sure there definitely will be, because we still have a year. They're going to test it again, yes, but there hasn't been a recent one. But the fact of the matter is the whole Dylan O'Brien thing was dumb and didn't make sense. Who knows what kind of info that Screen Geek actually got, but I can assure you that the people that are of the Flash movie news they're talking, as they said, they're talking to Ezra's people and everything like that, so more things are going to be coming out. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about it until it comes out, so let's just leave it at that. I think we're all good, right? The fact of the matter, the biggest thing that we could take away from this is that Ezra is receiving counseling. That's what we wanted to hear, receiving counseling, okay? And hopefully some kind of message from Ezra will come out where it could be like, hey, I fucked up on some things. Got a little too rambunctious. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it comes to that whole thing. So, positive news. That's all that matters. Okay. Where are we at now? Nope. Got everything mixed up. Elizabeth Olsen. All right. So, I didn't talk about this recently, but she's talked about a couple of things when it comes to first off, MCU Marvel movie backlash and everything, and of course, naturally, she's gonna be on the side of like, hey, I'm part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and of course, we've all heard about the Martin Scorsese thing, the other stuff. There's been all kinds of stuff from the different directors, which they're perfectly. Some of the things that they've said, I agree with. I do agree with. But naturally, I'm like, I still enjoy the popcorn. I enjoyed the shit out of Multiverse of Madness, of course. But Miss Elizabeth Olsen has talked about when there's criticisms when it comes to that. Like where it says right here, Elizabeth is tired of filmmakers such as Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola bashing Marvel movies. So she said right here, I'm not saying we're making indie art films, but I just think it takes away from our crew, which bugs me. So she's going, hey, you're criticizing the hard work that people are saying, which I totally see where she's coming from. These are some of the most amazing set designers, costume designers, camera operators. I feel diminishing them with that kind of criticism takes away from all the people who do award-winning films that also work on these projects. From an actor's point of view, whatever, I get it. I totally understand that there's a different kind of performance that's happening. But I do think throwing Marvel under the bus takes away from the hundreds of very talented crew people. That's where I get a little feisty about that. So there you go. I actually understand where she's coming from. I understand where Martin Scorsese and Coppola and Denny Villeneuve, where he's coming from too, when they kind of trash the whole thing. And I understand what it's doing. Sometimes when it comes to Marvel Cinematic Universe, yes, it is kind of ruining cinema a little bit. Yes, totally understand it, but that's almost like the audience's fault. But at the same time, there is a lot of work that goes into it. And she's just kind of backing up the crew members and everything like that, It's just, let's face it, cape shit. All cape shit's kind of doing that. But there's just some cape shit that's better than other cape shit. What can we say? And then talking about X-Men, because obviously we're all kind of wondering when the fuck the X-Men and all the mutant stuff. I mean, obviously we got we thought we were going to get our first introduction with Quicksilver, but that just turned into a big boner joke, which sucks. But now that we actually had Xavier show up in a multiverse sense, we're all kind of just wondering, like, all right, when are the full-on mutants going to show up? And apparently, when it comes to Elizabeth Olsen, she wants to continue on, of course, even though we all saw what happened at the end. But, nobody's ever, we just saw things fall on her. Who knows? She's very powerful. She's definitely not dead. Nobody's ever dead. But this is what she had to say right here. She said, I need to have a talk with Kevin Feige to answer these questions because I don't really know what's next. I don't even know if he wants me to say I don't know, or if he's happy that that's how I'm doing, because I'm also bad at lying. So I'm happy to be like, I don't know because I don't know. Or if he wants me to say, nah, you'll be back, I don't know. So that's part of it. So then, of course, they asked her about more of the universe. She said, yeah, right, especially after you losing your child, blah, blah, blah. They talk about that. And then here's the idea that she has when it comes to the X-Men. Yes. And so I have an idea in my head that I'm not going to share with you, but I think it would be fun. But someone had just said, I'm not going to share it with you because it's my information. But someone had mentioned, okay, if they have to bring in the X-Men, and she was such a huge part of those comics. And so I would love to be involved in that capacity. I would love to keep going with this character. I think there are things, I have an idea of something that could be fun as the next step. But again, I really want to talk to Kevin about this stuff. Let me call him right now. So she has an idea. And it's kind of going to be interesting to see what happens when it comes to the whole mutants thing. A lot of people are wondering if there was something that was going to happen with the Eternals movie that was going to bring the mutants in, because there's some correlation there. But then we have the multiverse stuff, and now we have our first actual fully on, hey, that's the ultimate mutant right there with Xavier. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, I think it's funny because after Multiverse of Madness, a lot of people are going like, yeah, she's a fucking villain. Even in WandaVision, she's a villain. You sympathize with her, which is what they've done well with the characters. You sympathize with Wanda. But at the same time, you go, bitch, you're fucking crazy. You are crazy. And even Doctor Strange is like, Jesus Christ, Wanda. And then, he realized he fucked up in the movie by going to her, and he went, oh, shit. It's all because of you, But she's crazy. But at the same time, there's some people that go, you kind of go, because that's what you want to do with a villain, is kind of sympathize. But she's a little nutties. She's nutties, but, But I just really hope that she continues, and then we'll get her back onto the more gooder side, or the better side, I guess you could say. But, yeah, crazy. She has valid points. Yes, Selena, I'm not saying, but she has valid points, but at the same time, she held an entire city hostage and created these kids, but I guess there was a multiverse that had the kids, and then she now wants to get to the, but she played the part well, that's for damn sure. I just want to see more. I do. And I hope when it comes to the introduction of the mutants, they can do some kind of correlation with that. That's what I'm saying. All right. What do we got left? All right, so let's briefly talk about this, because Yahoo Finance was put out this article today when it's talking about Warner Brothers Discovery. Warner Brothers Discovery, a new media powerhouse. That is right, and just kind of broke it down right here. The long-term historical path of Time Warner Media businesses has been a fascinating business story. Yes, it definitely has. But now in 2022, we have what many hope to be the final reshuffling of this core businesses for quite some time when Warner Media businesses merged with Discovery. And they talk about the 15-year, there's like a 15-year financial plan, all this kind of stuff right here. The new media powerhouse hosts a legacy Warner assets such as cable channels, TBS, TNT, HBO, and CNN. But sadly, CNN Plus was a big stumble because nobody wanted to fucking subscribe to CNN Plus, and they spent $300 million. That was just sad. Well, you can blame fucking CNN for doing that. That's the thing. You know, when it comes to these news organizations and being, this whole bipartisan shit and just all being tribal and everything like that, that was their fault. Okay? That was their fault. But yeah, as you can see, like stuff growing and hopefully growing some more revenue, net income, and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, we know that Dave Zaslav, his plan, and he's, of course, going to be cutting some spending, and which, cutting spending is not necessarily a bad thing. It's like, yeah, some of these projects may not need as much of a budget as some might think, just get some fucking talented filmmakers that can actually utilize a lower budget to make something quality, which if you look at Joker, you look at what Zack Snyder has done using smaller budgets, to make something look absolutely gorgeous. It's like, yeah, that's what they should be striving for. Valuation analysts are still trying to figure out the earnings potential of the company going forward. This year's earnings per share estimates of 60 cents on somewhat meaningless due to April 3 closing date. Expect synergies are not anticipated to kick until next year. So obviously, they're going to be looking at all this. In conclusion, Warner Brothers Discovery laid out a strategic priorities for the new company, which include creating world-class content, widespread global distribution, a balanced asset monetization model from different revenue streams, and strong and lasting free cash flow generation. This means that although the company hopes to be a streaming leader, which it's slowly going to be getting there, and I think it's already kind of there, it will still maintain strong positions in traditional advertising revenue and content distribution. The stock appears to be undervalued based on companies and analyst outlooks. The current leverage ratio of approximately 4.5 times is something to watch, but strong free cash flow generation should alleviate those concerns over the long term. So that's what they had to say. And then there was this article right here from THR that came out today that Warner Brothers Discovery's return to office plan has some staffers stressed. It's like, God damn it. Dave Zaslav coming in going, let's get to work, folks. Get back in here. Let's go. The pandemic is over. We're good. You got your vax, your triple vax. You got your magic, everything. You're good. But then, of course, there's like people that are just, freaking out over watching CNN too much that are like, I don't know. No, I got to stay in my home. I'm scared. But yeah, after CEO Zaslav popped by the Warner Brothers lot in mid-April for a tour before the company laid out its return to work plans, some worried about what it would look like. And I know that's part of it, but yes, but a lot of people are like, but at the same time, it's like with technology, I work from home, so, I think it still could be done. And I think they're going to like have some kind of balance where it's like, yeah, you don't have to come back full time, but hey, you could come back a little bit at least. I don't know. But yeah, that's just what that article was like kind of talking about, where people were like, not wanting to come back to the office and everything like that. So anyways, it's all looking good. It's all looking good when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery. It seems like it's going to just kind of just go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And I'm kind of wondering if I should invest in some WBD stock, maybe. I don't know. So hopefully that it all just works. Dave Zaslav fired Dan Lemon. Yeah. Well, hopefully he fired some other people, We all know who, Toby. Might happen. Guess we won't find out till the end of the year, though. All right, guys. It's weird, though. We live in I think like what the pandemic actually really did was they realized that not everybody does have to come into work. I've been working remotely for a year, and I love it. I love the fact that I can get up and my commute is literally just me stumbling to my computer and just logging on and being like, okay, green. Okay, it's green. Yeah, we're good. I'm logged on. Then I take a piss. Then I, put some clothes on, get the coffee going, blah, blah, blah. Pull out the eye boogers. Just like, we're good. We're good. Get all that stuff going. But, it's just technology now has us where we can do that kind of stuff. So he's got to find a balance for people coming in and not and whatever the hell. So anyways, okay. Let's go to the Twitter questions and see what you guys have to say about. Let's see what you guys are asking over on the Twitters. Where are we at? Where have I posted? There we go. Okay, let's go. All right. Jesse Williams also had nude images leaked. I'm telling you, it's been a naked kind of day. I'm not going to look up those, but it's just kind of funny how there's just been a lot of naked talk today when it comes to Twitter. If Hillary Duff, Britney Spears, and Jesse Williams also had nudes leaked. That sucks. But whatever. All right. Eric, so Dave, with John Krasinski established as Reed Richards, what are the odds that Emily Blunt will play Susan Storm after all? Wouldn't be the first time an actor or actress has said never. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think there's a strong possibility, but, you just never know. You never know. Maybe she doesn't want to do it. I mean, obviously, I think she'd be perfect for it, to be honest. But, yeah, I guess we'll see. See, I haven't seen Morbius, Dave. I was joking. Oh, okay. Well, good. Mattia, I'm glad. Well, I was joking, too. I didn't think anybody was actually going to suspend you. Or, put you in timeout. I didn't think that was going to actually happen, but, I forget, the moderators, they're at my whim, so. All right, Rosemary, just dropping by to say you look cute today. Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate that. Wearing the Dark Side shirt. Hair's a mess and need to get a haircut, though. Carrie, hey, Dave, do you think it helps The Flash that it's separated from Multiverse of Madness by 1 year to avoid or reduce comparisons by a general audience? I remember seeing a movie with a trailer for BVS, and in my row, someone said, I'm way more excited for Civil War. Yeah, I mean, that does help, because then it kind of just, all the multiverse stuff with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange will kind of temper down a little bit, so then we can get the other multiverse stuff, so, we'll see. Let's see. Tet, breaking. Dave Pena calls this Tuesday's Film Junkee Live amazing, unforgettable, and possibly my best yet. No comments on whether twerking will... There you go. Just like what I was saying when we were making fun of the fact that, MCU The Direct, we're saying Taika Waititi was like, hey, he basically gave a critique on his own film. There you go. Quick, Tet. You're quick. And let's see. I remember this. Ethan Hawke said it best. Yeah, I remember this when he said this.
I love superhero movies. I like every kind of movie. I don't think there's a difference between high art and low art. There are movies that people put their heart into, and there are movies that people try to cash in on. And the ones that I like are the ones that people put their heart into. And you can feel it in a superhero movie, or you can feel it in a horror movie, or you can feel it in some art house movie. I was making the joke that if Logan and Dark Knight and Doctor Strange are great art films, what is Fanny and Alexander? Nothing is the problem.
And
there's
how
no.
long would that be in the theater?
It wouldn't be, and that's my point. And those are my favorite superhero movies: Doctor Strange, Logan, Dark Knight. Those are great films, but they're not the only thing there is. And young people grow up today thinking that's all there is. Yeah.
There's a green screen and not involved.
Yeah, he said it well. I remember that. I remember when that video came out. Ethan Hawke, man, knowledgeable dude. I agree. It's like, yeah. I mean, that's why when we talk about Elizabeth Olsen, it's like, yeah, I mean, when you hear Martin Scorsese, we can understand why he's called these movies amusement parks, because, yeah, it does make sense. But then you got some ones that really stand out, and, you could tell that there's a lot of heart and a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears that went into some of this stuff, So that's cool. Scott, what do you make of MGM Duo wanting in on the DC library? I didn't hear about this, so I'll have to look into this. MGM looking into the DC library? No, I didn't really see this on the timeline or anything like that, so I'm going to have to look this up. I don't know if anybody else has heard about this, but interesting. MGM? We'll see. Andrew Casali, speaking of X-Men spoilers for Doctor Strange 2, what did you think seeing Patrick Stewart back as Professor X in the yellow chair from the 90s cartoon? Well, if you watched my spoiler review, I talked about that, and I said it was cool. I thought it was perfect. And the fact that you heard the X-Men theme, and then the fact that you actually saw him do the whole woo, and you saw like the waves come out of his head. You never saw that before, but he went you actually saw that happen, just like the cartoon. Sam Raimi was like, fuck that, we're doing the full-on cartoon right here. We're gonna show that stuff. So there's a cool little shot right there. Doctor Strange and the Souls of the Damned. God, Sam Raimi did that. He did that. Jacob, the Batman or Moon Knight? Morbius. That's a good one right there. Obviously that's not what Cavill said, but I think that's pretty funny right there. That's what Matthias said right there. Morbius. What? Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That's hilarious. Come on. Thank you, Ronak, for That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... Jesus Christ. Oh, that one got me. Mike Soups Kenobi, The Dark Knight Returns is an iconic graphic novel, and I'm finally glad that I have got around to reading it. And whilst it did enjoy my experience reading, I prefer Batman vs. Superman. I honestly prefer the subversion of the story in the film, and I'm glad it wasn't a one-on-one remake. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you could do a full-on remake or an adaptation, as we call it, but I love the fact when directors just pull certain things from it, and that's what Zach likes to do. Obviously, he's pulled various different stories. BVS has various different stories that he pulled from, and I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff right there, so it's pretty good. But one of these days, though, maybe he will actually make a full-on adaptation of Dark Knight Returns. We'll see. But, all right. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate it. And don't worry, Mattia, we won't ban you again. We won't, or not ban you, but suspend you again. That was pretty funny. But, I love you, darling. I love you, darling. It's all jokes and everything like that. But anyways, guys, all right. So that, like I said, tomorrow is the new day for the post-show members-only stream. So we'll do that tomorrow. Where's my music? So look forward to that. But, of course, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the same Junkee time, same Junkee channel. Make sure you smash that like, thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. And of course, I got the Patreon right there. If you want to help out that pirate ship, be part of the Patreon stream. I'll be doing my Patreon Thursday exclusive on there, and I got something cooking up for Patreon as well. So join then. And of course, the Film Junkie Closet. You want some merchandise. But other than that, guys, see you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.